Hey everybody, so in this entire video I'll show you how to do everything you would need to do to be successful for this workshop. Um, there will also be a table of contents at the beginning of the video, maybe it'll appear right now, that you can click on to get to a specific location. And there will also be links in the hyper document that I share with you. Again, if you want to see something specific and not the whole thing. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a picture of the problem that you're wanting to extract some or hide some information from. I usually use my phone, take a picture, and then upload that picture to Dropbox or Google Drive. I've always found Dropbox, it goes faster for some reason than Google Drive. So that's what I normally do and drag it in. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm starting with a blank Google slide, and I'm going to insert an image, and I'm going to go to my Dropbox and bring over the image that I took. So as it's uploading, it'll just automatically put it in. So now I have my problem here that I'm going to work on and cover things up. First off, I see that there's what we need to do now is make that white rectangle, right? So here, where it says shape, I'm going to add the rectangular shape. I'm going to cover up these answers here. They were there when I took the picture. So I put the square there. The default is kind of a gray bluish thing. So to change that color, I go over to my fill color and I take and I pick white. And then if I stop there, you'll see there's a box around it. So to make it look even better, we can take that line off, which is the line color, and just make it transparent. And so now I have my first box rectangle, and that's all I need. Because then what I can do is I can right click and copy it, and then right click and paste. So now I have another one. If you want to use the keyboard to go quicker, you can hold down Control C and then Control V, and that can post another one. So then you can use, if you're wanting to, depending on what information you want to cover up, you can adjust the rectangle, dragging those blue dots like I'm doing there. Oops. If you ever make a mistake, like I just did there, you can either hit the back button or, as it says there, the keyboard Control Z. Which is a wonderful thing. I sometimes think about people who didn't have that back in the day and just how awful that must have been to lose all of your information and not be able to do anything about it. So that's the straightforward things. One thing that you might run into in your journeys doing this is that you may have, like I had that picture that was not white. It was a different color. It was like green or whatever. So you could do the fill box and get it close to that color, or you can use a tool if you're using Chrome, and I'll show you what tool I use. I love this tool. It's one of the greatest tools ever. So what you do is you go to the you can open up a new tab and go to the Chrome store, the Chrome Web Store, and on the Chrome Web Store they have a bunch of applications, a lot of games, but extensions for that you can add to your browser to make your browsing experience even better. So the one that I was going to show you right now is called Color Picker. So you can type in Color Picker, and it's an extension, not an app. And so it's this one right here, this Color Pick eyedropper. So I'm going to add that to Chrome, and I will show you what happens with that. So I pick on that, and then the window comes up, and I say Add Extension. So right now that extension should pop up. It'll give me a little warning that it's added to my browser, which is shown up right there. Extensions are really super useful, so if you get involved with one, I recommend many. So what that does is, if I have a different image, let's say if I have the image I used, I wonder if that's this one. Yes, it is that one. Okay, so if I bring in an image that doesn't have white as the background, something like this, and I want to add, again, not the image. Sorry about that. If I want to add, I'm not inserting. If I want to add a shape, and again, so I want to take away this information. So just so it, I mean, again, you could just have it like that, and that's not a big deal. But for me, I don't know, visually, it's nicer if it matches the surrounding. So what you do there is, again, you could go on and try and guess and figure out and try and get it close. Or what you do is you click on this little dude here, color pick eyedropper. It changes your cursor to a target, at least it should. There we go. And then you see that little square that follows it is it shows what color you're looking at. So the color that's around here is this kind of green. So if I click on that, it gives me this code, and this code is any all colors on the internet have it's called a hex. I think it's hexagon, so it's a 16-digit number system. Ours is base 10. This one is base 16. Anywho, so all colors have a code. So that's the code for this color. So you can copy that, either to Control-C or that right-click and copy. And now you go back. You close this out. You go back to your fill. You click on Custom, and then see right here there is that code for the color that is currently there. So you're just gonna paste that new code that you got from the color picker. Hit OK. And again, make sure that that line is transparent, and voila. So again, it doesn't match perfectly because when I took the picture there was some shadow involved, so there is a variation of color. I mean, if you wanted to get really involved, you could make smaller and smaller rectangles that match the surrounding, but more or less that kind of goes. And so in the video you learned how to insert a photo. You learned how to create a shape, fill it, and then we also talked about the color picker eyedropper, how to use that to change colors to exactly match the surrounding. All right, hopefully you've learned what you've needed to learn, and you are able to be successful in the work that you need to do. And we'll see you later.